I swear, man, seeing people's reactions when it comes to the possibility of the WWF wanting to have bets on their matches. What's the issue here? What is the problem? I mean, where have you been? I'm like, you people are being exposed as we speak, as people who are not athletes, who don't bet on sports, who don't freaking play sports, who are possibly broke. You are exposing yourself if you have an issue with the WWF wanting to be in the sports betting world. And here's why. They've been doing it for a long time any goddamn way. Have you heard of DraftKings? DraftKings is real. All Elite Wrestling is partners with DraftKings. Do you know what DraftKings is? DraftKings is a betting sports website. Listen, so you are saying, how can betting on wrestling work? Because you don't know about wrestling. Listen, how is it dumb to bet on professional wrestling? Yeah, I understand it's predetermined. Okay, if you know such more about wrestling than I do, okay, how about you bet on it, right? How's it dumb to bet on a predetermined wrestling sport, right? Okay, do you know who's going to win against Cody and Roman Reigns? No, nobody does. Nobody knows who's going to win. Okay, so why not bet on it? Right? You are saying, oh, that's dumb. This is a fake sport. No, you don't know who's going to win these matches. Case in point, Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns last year. All you marks thought Roman Reigns was going to lose, and I had to make multiple videos telling you he's going to win. Okay, so by your logic, I would have won tons of money if I would have bet it on that match. Ding, 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 ding. If you thought Drew Mac was going to win and he lost, you would have lost tons of goddamn money. So betting on wrestling, this can work, and it has worked. Case in point, Max versus Daniel Bryan. Look, that match was betted on DraftKings, right? They asked you over and under questions about that match. And guess what? Nobody won anything on that match. That match was hard to predict based on the questions they was asking you, right? They asked you, will Max use his diamond ring to win a pinfall? And guess what? He never used it, right? So if you know such more about wrestling, where it's like, okay, why should we bet on wrestling? Dog, the average fan voted that Max was going to use his diamond ring to win, and guess what? He never used it. So if you would have said no, he's not going to use it, you would have won tons of money. That's why it's smart to bet on wrestling. You don't know the outcome. You think you do, but you don't, right? When you look at your favorite YouTubers' videos, right, where it's like, okay, who do they think will win this match at this pay-per-view? Most of the time, they never get none of the matches right. So by that logic, they would have lost tons of money based on their awful predictions. If you think who's going to win these matches, okay, how about you make money on it then? If your ass think you know so much more about wrestling, okay, try to make money on it. At the end of the day, none of you marks know who's going to win these matches. Listen, there's tons of marks who are split on who's going to win versus Cody Rhodes and Reigns. Okay? By that logic, why not bet on it? You don't know who's going to win that match. Nobody does. Right? So how is it dumb to bet on that kind of match when there's people on this side that think Roman will go over 1,000 days, but there's people on the other side that think Cody is going to win? Why not bet on it, you idiots? That is a perfect betting match. Like, what? That's like easy money for me. That match is easy money. Because I'm smart, you are not. Cody's going to win that goddamn match, but if your ass think Roman's going to win, let's bet on it. Put your money where your damn mouth is. Right? Betting on wrestling works. It does work. People have more money. Look, I don't care about this predetermined stuff. Nobody knows the outcome besides wrestlers. It's a huge guessing game. Nobody knows. Look, when it comes to DraftKings, they ask you hard ass questions, bruh. They ask you hard questions on, okay, how many times will Roman hit a damn spear? Most of the time, I always get that question wrong. Sometimes it asks you, how many times will Brock Lesnar hit a F5? Most of the time, I always get that question wrong. Dog, betting on wrestling is hard as hell. Just like real sports, I think wrestling is the hardest sport to actually bet on, actually. Dog, that's not easy money, okay? Betting on wrestling, that ain't easy money. It's hard money. Wrestling is very unpredictable. They ask you, how many times will Roman Reigns kick out of somebody's finisher? Can you honestly say that number? No, I can't. Roman kicks out what? Damn near 10 times a match. So that's hard to predict. Betting on wrestling, it's hard. That means it's a good concept. How can that honestly go wrong? It's been going right. Look, fun fact, DraftKings has been partners with the WWF for the past 5 years. Them and All Elite Wrestling. It's like they have a logo on their ring. DraftKings, they ask you hard ass questions to win money on professional wrestling. It's hard ass questions, bro. So okay, why not bet on it? Let me tell you another example. Again, Max versus Daniel Bryan. DraftKings was asking you, how many pins will Max get in that match? I said 3. And I lost that bet. You know what I'm saying? You cannot predict wrestling. Nobody actually got any of those answers right. They was asking hard ass questions about that goddamn Iron Man match. They were saying, how many times will Daniel Bryan use that yes lock? I said 2. He used it more than that. Right? So, betting on wrestling, this will work. It has worked. It's hard to win money. Listen, when your favorite YouTuber makes a video telling you who's going to win this match, who do they feel will lose this match, they always get their prediction videos wrong. So, how is it dumb or how is it easy to bet on pro wrestling? You don't know what's going on. You don't know who's going to lose and win. It's all a guessing game, just like real sports. It's like, bro, every day People ask me, who's going to win this match? Somebody asked me, who's going to win against Grayson Waller and Johnny G? You know why? Nobody knows who's going to win that match. So once again, by that logic, why not bet on it if nobody knows who's going to win that match? That's the equivalent of freaking UFC. We don't know who's going to win. So if you ask me who's going to win, I'm going to say most likely Grayson Waller might win that match. But I said might. I don't know for sure. So why not bet on that match? Do you know who's going to win against Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes? No, you don't. That's the same thing as, do you know who's going to win against the Lakers and the damn Memphis Grizzlies? You don't know who's going to win that game. Great. Why not bet on it? I don't know who's going to win against Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes. I don't know. So why not bet on it? Why not place a wager if really nobody knows who is going to win that match, bruh? There's rumors that Braun might win. There's rumors that Carmelo might get caught up, right? So there's tons of elements going into that match that we don't know. That match is very unpredictable. So why not bet on it? Here's another example on betting on wrestling will work and has always worked. How about Bobby Lashley versus Austin Theory versus Seth Rollins? Remember that match? Who thought that Austin Theory was going to win back his US title? Who? I actually made a video saying I thought Seth was going to retain that title. That means if I would have bet it, I would have lost money on that match. And so would you. So saying betting on wrestling is dumb. Okay. Nobody in that building, nobody thought Austin Theory was going to win back that belt. So whoever placed a wager on that match won tons of money, homie. Not you. Right? So once again, where is this going, right? How can betting on sports, how can betting on wrestling be a bad thing if, once again, you don't know the outcome? It's all a guessing game, just like all world sports. Let's talk about another example. Drew McIntyre versus Gunther the Ring General. Do you know who's going to win that match? I don't. So I'm saying, it's like, you people are stupid. Do you know who's going to win that match? I don't. That match is a huge toss-up. That match could go to any kind of direction. Let's talk about Sami Zayn and KO versus Jimmy and Jay. There's people that think that KO and Sami might win those titles, but I think the Usos are going to retain. Once again, that match is a huge toss-up. That match is the perfect match to bet on because nobody knows who's going to win. Nobody has the same opinion on that match. Common sense. How about place a wager on it? By the way, I just checked online. For the first time in 3 years, Roman Reigns is an underdog going into his match with Cody Rhodes. I checked the betting odds. Let that sink in. Roman Reigns has been a heel for the past 3 years. He has never been a Las Vegas betting underdog going into a match until now. What does that tell you? But there's marks that don't watch sports, that don't know about betting on sports, that think Roman might go over 1,000 damn days, even though Vegas is telling you this dude is going down. This dude is an underdog for the first time in 3 years. So, by that logic, they know something that you don't know. Right? They have sources that know more than you do about that match. Right? So, if you are so confident that Roman is going over 1,000 days, even though Vegas is telling you this dude is a goddamn underdog based on betting odds going into that match. Listen, if you go online and you check the betting odds, Cody Rhodes is a huge mega favorite going into his match against Roman Reigns. That has never happened to Roman Reigns in the past 3 years. What does that tell you? Let's talk about Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns last year. I checked the betting odds for that match. It's crazy. All the marks were saying Drew was going to win, right? But I checked the betting odds for that match. Roman went into that match still as the favorite in Vegas. And guess what? He won. So, whose opinion will you take more seriously? Las Vegas, their experts, or a neckbeard in his basement who don't get no women? Who will you take more seriously? I'm taking Vegas way more seriously than a goddamn neckbeard. But I'm done.